Okay, let's get started in our comfortable seat. And I won't necessarily be asking us to use props today, but if you have them around and you like to have props for certain poses, feel free to include them. Okay, if you've been here a while, you're welcome to stretch out your legs, roll out your neck a little bit, maybe roll the wrists, shoulders, and move in any way that feels like therapy. And after a few little movements side to side, left to right, let's all pause for an inhale, shrug your shoulders way up. Hold the breath on full and through your mouth, release it. Rest your shoulders, your hands, and feel your sits bones become heavy. Beginning with a natural and easy breath, not yet controlling anything. Beginning with an easy, soft body, not yet putting too much effort. So even noticing your eyes, if they feel like they want to stay open, that's fine. Just allow your gaze to be soft. In this quiet place inside, allow yourself to remember why you're here. Could be a big question. It could just be why you chose to be sitting here on your mat today. What is that purpose? And start to breathe that feeling and that intention in a little deeper. Consciously deepening breath and fuller exhales. Letting go of that purpose, that intention. As you breathe, start to notice how long your breath draws in on the inhale. How long the natural pause is at the top. How long is your exhale? How long is the pause at the bottom? And assign a count to it. Could be 4, 6, 8. Depends on how fast you count, and it doesn't really matter. But start to mentally count your breath in. Count your breath out. See if you can even them out. Same count for inhale as exhale. A few more rounds of breath like this, starting to add your Ujjayi constriction gently in the back of the throat. Just enough so only you can hear your breath. Even inhale, even exhale. Next time you inhale, reach your arms out and up, sweeping them up and overhead. If it's comfortable, touch your palms and exhale, hands to your heart. Take a moment, bow your chin, full breath in, and complete exhale. This morning, honoring yourself just for showing up to your mat, appreciating your own body and your breath. We'll begin with Namaste. Namaste. Release your hands. And bring your feet to cross with your left foot in front of your right. Even if your knees are up a little bit, left foot is in front. Good. And then turn your body to the right, like coming into a seated twist. Press down through your left hip. Left hip reaches toward the earth, and then lean over toward the right, like you're folding to the right. Good. Really ground through the left hip, left sits bone. So we're leaning to the right as our left side presses down toward the earth. I'm feeling this as a stretch from my right hip into my left hip into my lower back. Wherever you're feeling this, breathe into that space. Dropping shoulders, relaxing your head. And if this feels really good, stay here and breathe. If you'd like to add to it, then float between this pose and a side stretch. Left hand leaves the earth and right ribcage peels open. Good. Good. Floating that left hand back down. We'll just go in and out of those two poses. This sort of twist and fold to side stretch. Good. From wherever your left hand is, reach it up toward the ceiling. And kind of like someone was pulling on your wrist, reach up, up, up to come back to your seat. Left hand, back of that hand to your lower back. Good. So left hand at the lower back. Next stretch here, right ear to right shoulder. Good, deep breaths in, full exhales. Again, cultivating that even inhale, even exhale. And if you're comfortable, this feels good, stay here, or experiment with turning your head, chin towards shoulder, and then ear towards shoulder. Keeping gentle attention on breath. Good. Pause with your ear toward your shoulder. Release your left hand, just set it on your knee, and neck circles, chin forward and down. Good. You can keep tracing the collarbones just forward and down, or chin toward the ceiling for a full circle. Moving slow, breathing deep. And head to center. Switch the cross of your feet. So right foot might be in front for most of us. Little energy in the feet, spread your toes. Press both hips down like you could lift your chest even more. And then twist to the left. Good. This might feel like plenty. You can hang out in your twist or start to walk your hands off of your left knee and onto the mat to your left. Good. See if you can draw left rib cage back, right rib cage forward towards your hands. Grounding through the right hip. Breathing into any sensation that you feel. Pausing here and breathing, or floating into side stretch. Very gently, mindfully flowing between these two poses. Even inhale. Even exhale. Right hand toward the ceiling. Imagine that was standing behind you, grabbing your wrist, and then pulling you up back to center. Right hand to your lower back. Back of the hand touches. Roll your shoulders up and back. Chest is high. And neck stretch. Left ear to left shoulder. Even inhale. Even exhale. Experimenting with movement if you'd like. Pause with ear to shoulder. Release your hands to your knees. And then neck circles opposite direction. Chin forward and down. Maybe the chin lifts toward the ceiling. On an inhale, head to center. Sweep your arms up and overhead. And exhale, hands to your shoulders. If this is uncomfortable for your wrists, then trident arms. Good, making one of those choices. Either way, roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Imagine there was a string attached to the center of your chest, pulling you toward the ceiling. Good, and start to twist, turning to the left and right, leading with the elbows, but allowing the ribs to fully turn. And start to power up the breath as you inhale, turn left. Exhale to the right. Find your pace, your rhythm, and go for it. Complete breaths in and out. Squeezing your belly back towards your spine to exhale. Keep moving. Maybe take it a little faster, 10 more seconds. Inhale, roll your shoulders up and back, chest to center. Reach your crown up toward the ceiling. Exhale, sweep arms down and relax. Slowly make your way to tabletop. Adding any props under knees, under wrists, if wrists are sensitive here. And then untuck your toes, walk your knees a little bit behind the level of your hips, and hip circles, rotating hips around. And as you move here, just choosing a direction, bring muscular energy into your core. So belly button gently presses towards spine. Good, pausing to switch directions. Any popping or crackling in the joints is okay as long as there's no pain. If there is pain, then don't go into the movement quite as deeply and go slower. Still pain, skip it. Good, pause your movement. Walk your knees under your hips. Curl your toes under and press your feet down. Inhale to drop your belly. Exhale, untuck your toes, press your feet down, round your back, cat pose. Inhale, curl your toes under for cow. Exhale, tops of feet press down for cat. Good, continue with your breath. Two more rounds. On an inhale, neutral spine. Curl your toes under. Exhale, down dog. Pedaling out legs. Sinking heels down for a stretch in the calves, hamstrings. And pressing the earth away from you with your hands as you roll your shoulders away from your ears. Even Ujjayi inhales. Even Ujjayi exhales. Good, and pause your movement. Inhale. Raise your heels, bend your knees, and walk your hands towards your feet. So you're at the back of your mat in a standing forward fold. Good, once you're there, bend your knees deeply and rest your belly over your thighs. Good. If that feels comfortable to balance, then grab either elbow and rest your head. If you're having trouble balancing, walk your feet a little wider. Deep breaths into your upper back. Exhales from your belly. Releasing your hands on an exhale, squeeze belly back and roll up to standing. Shoulders roll up and back at the top. And we'll do that a few times. Inhale, shoulders up, back. Exhale them down and forward. Good. Let's take an inhale, just turn to face you. Sweep your arms up and overhead. Catch your right wrist. Good. Press both feet down. Side stretch. So pulling right wrist over toward the left side. Good. Really press through your right heel. Lean your hips to the right as you reach your wrists and your crown to the left. Big breath in. Exhale brings you back to center. Sweep your arms down. Inhale, roll your shoulders up towards your ears and exhale them back and down. Inhale, sweep arms up. Catch your opposite wrist, side stretch. Good, ground through your left heel deeply. Hips to the left, reach to the right. Big breath in. And exhale, come back to center. Release your arms. Good, from the back of your mat, inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward with a flat back. Inhale, half lift, flat back. And exhale, plant your hands, bend your knees as much as you need to, and walk them forward, down dog. Ujjayi inhale, Ujjayi exhale. Good. Really press down with your hands and your left toes. Inhale, right leg up and back. Bend your right knee, stack your right hip over your left like you're stamping a footprint on the wall to your left. Good. See if you can raise your left rib cage as high as the right. Big breath in. Full exhale. Inhale, straighten your right leg behind you, square your hips. Exhale, plant your right foot, low lunge. Back knee down. Good, any cushioning that you need under that back knee, feel free. And root to rise, low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Good, for balance and stability, hands can stay on your front thigh or reach up and overhead. Beautiful. Root down through your left toes. Draw your left knee forward on the earth. So it's glued to the earth, but it's kind of pressing forward. As you draw your left thigh back in space. Firm your glutes. Drive down through your right foot and reach through your chest toward the ceiling. Good, lower body is super strong, belly is engaged. 2 more breaths. Good, inhale to reach. Exhale, hands frame your front foot and then walk hands to the center of your pose, inside of your right foot. Heel toe your right foot out toward the edge of your mat. Toes can point at a slight diagonal, like 1 o'clock. Good, and bend deeply into your front knee. Good, hands can come to blocks if the earth is far away and you have those. And we'll add a little bit of lizard strengthening here. So hands down, roll your shoulders back, belly engaged. As you inhale, lift your back knee. Exhale to lower your back knee. This is all optional. You could stay with your back knee to the earth if that feels better. We'll do about 5 rounds total. Inhaling to lift, exhaling to lower. Even Ujjayi breaths. After you've completed 5, sweep your right leg all the way to meet your left, tabletop pose. Hands under shoulders. And let's give that left knee a break on the earth. Knee circles, left knee traces a circle in space. Beautiful. Straighten your left leg, toes to the mat. Press the earth away from you, bottom two ribs away from the mat. Option to reach your right hand toward the front of your mat. Both hand and foot could stay to your mat or hover them over the earth. Really common here that as soon as we lift, we get a really deep arch in the back. See if you can keep your back really flat, ribs up and in, core strong. Good, big breath in, full exhale. One more inhale to reach hand and foot, and exhale both hands and knees down. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Twice more with your breath. Good. Option, child's pose or down dog, your choice. 5 to 7 breaths of rest or organic movement. Ujjayi inhale, Ujjayi exhale. Good. From tabletop or down dog, choose one and lift your left leg up and back. Good. Bend your knee. Stack left hip over right. Flex your left foot. Ribs are up and in. And see if you can raise your right rib cage as high as the left. Good. That keeps the twist from coming out of the upper spine and instead coming from the hips. Big breath in. Full exhale. Straighten that left leg behind you. Square your hips. Inhale. Exhale, low lunge, left foot steps forward. Root to rise. Good. Hands can be anywhere for balance or comfort of shoulders. Good. A typical expression is arms overhead if that's comfortable today. Good. Make sure the hands are wide enough if they're overhead for the shoulders to relax away from ears. Good. Attention to muscular energy in the lower body. Back toes, press down. Gluing your right knee to the earth, draw it forward as your right thigh is drawn back. Good. Just half an inch. Glutes are engaged. Firm up the buttocks. Firm up the belly. And reach through the center of your chest as you press your front foot down. 3 more deep breaths. Inhale to reach. Exhale, hands down to the earth inside of your left foot. Heel toe left foot to the edge of your mat, toes at a diagonal. Good. Bend deeply into your front knee. Firm up your core, hands under shoulders on the earth. Our optional movement is inhale, lift your back knee really high. Exhale to lower. Good. As you lift your back knee, back thigh high, front thigh low. Exhale to lower. 5 times total, a few more. Next time your back knee is lowered, slide your left knee to meet your right and knee circles with your right knee. Whichever side you didn't do before. Beautiful. Straighten your right leg, toes to the mat to start. Firm up your belly, bottom two ribs away from the mat. Toes to the mat, left fingertips to the front of your mat. Feel your core engaged, feel your buttocks engaged, then maybe lift arm and leg. Only lift enough that the belly doesn't start to drop toward the earth. No banana backs. Shoulders shrug down, big breath in, full exhale. One more inhale to reach. Exhale, hands and knees to the earth. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. 2 more times. Good. Rest in child's pose or down dog. Some opportunity for creative movement. Any vinyasa you may crave, or simply rest. Beautiful choices. And we'll all meet on our bellies. Take your time to get there. And once you're there, find a comfortable position for arms and neck. I like stacked hands under my forehead. You might prefer to turn a cheek. Whenever you find that comfort, take 3 deep belly breaths. Using the mat as feedback. So inhales push belly into mat. And exhales relax whole body down. Good. When you're ready, Sphinx pose. Prop yourself up on your elbows. If this feels uncomfortable in any way on your lower back, walk elbows a little further away and widen your feet. Good. Finding that comfort for your lower back, press your hands and forearms down and lift your chest toward the ceiling. Press the tops of your feet down powerfully, so much your kneecaps lift and you feel your buttocks engage. Shoulders roll back and down. Chin remains parallel to collarbones, so gaze is forward and down. Good, deep breaths in and out. Option to stay here, last few breaths will add a movement. Inhale here in Sphinx pose. Exhale, press the earth away, round your back, pop up onto your knees. Good, inhaling hips down, reach chest forward, think cow pose. Exhale, press the earth away, pop onto knees and forearms, think cow, or think cat actually. Good, take a couple more breaths. Beautiful, next time hips are down, slink the chest down, hands next to ribs, curl your toes under. Hug your elbows in, firm up your buttocks, press down through your toes. Hug your elbows in even more, press your hands down, and see if you can lift back to tabletop, chest and hips at the same time. Good, once you're there, swing your hips side to side, and take 2 deep breaths. Good, we'll all meet in child's pose or down dog. Once you're there, at least 3 breaths in one of those poses, allowing the spine to settle from our back bending on the floor. Then if you would like, add any other movements, 5 to 7 breaths of time here. Ujjayi inhale, Ujjayi exhale. We'll meet standing forward fold when you're ready. Inhale for half lift, flat back. Exhale to fold. With bent knees, press your feet down, root to rise. Standing up tall, sweep your arms up and over, and exhale, hands to your heart. Deep breath in, full exhale. Good, tree pose. Bringing more weight into your left foot to start. You could bring right heel to left ankle and just turn your toes out. That could be your pose for today. If you'd like, see if you can, without using your hands, lift your right foot to your inner calf, pressing that foot into your inner calf. Without using your hands, if you want to go any further, see if you can get that foot above your knee. If not, maybe stay on your calf. If you're rebellious in nature, I understand, you can use your hand. Just wanted to see what would happen without using your hand. Good. Wherever you are, press your foot into your standing leg. Roll your shoulders back and keep your gaze steady. Good. Bring awareness to the foot that you're standing on, the ball of your foot, and the big toe mound, that space on the ball of your foot under your big toe. Glue that part down as you press right foot into left leg. A few more breaths to play. Even breaths in and out. And when you're ready, slowly release, like slow motion. And then just rock your weight side to side between your feet. And then even more like you're doing the hokey pokey. You might even like to turn yourself around. And shake out your wrists, shake out your head, your body, shake, shake, shake. And opposite side, more weight into your right foot, bring that left foot in close. Maybe just turn the toes out as the heel sits on your ankle. Hands to your heart, fix your gaze. Without using your hands, just to experiment, lift your left foot onto your leg, anywhere but the side of your knee. Just experimenting with how high you can get that foot comfortably. It doesn't have to be very high. So if we're on the side of our knee, we can come a little below or a little above. And you can use your hands to help if you like. Good, wherever that foot is, press it into standing leg. Glue the big toe mound of your right foot to the earth. Good, doing really good. Only other thing, breathe. Invite an evenness to breath. Couple more breaths to play. And in slow motion, slowly release. Step your feet nice and wide and hips side to side. Shake your hands, shake your shoulders, shake your hips and your legs and thighs. Let everything jiggle. And then inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, release them down with a big sigh. Inhale up. Exhale down, sigh it out. Inhale up. Exhale down, maybe fold. Keep going. Inhale, stand. Exhale, sigh. Last time. And inhale, stand up tall, little back bend. Exhale, hands down next to you. Keep standing. Release. Feel your feet just as they are. Feel the palms of your hands and the space between your eyebrows. And however makes sense to you, make your way into a seat. You may flow through a vinyasa or simply gather comfortable props. You might choose to sit up on a blanket for a little lower back comfort. And once you're there, straighten your legs, give them a shake. Actually, for what we're gonna do, I'm gonna choose not to sit up on a blanket just because of where we're going. You might choose to keep it there, and if you'd like, just slide it away at some point. Let's flex our feet. Hands can come down next to us and a little bit behind our body. Good. Walk your hands even further behind you so you're leaning back, shoulders are back, chest is high. And cross your left ankle over your right thigh. Good. You can be on fingertips or fully planted hands, whichever feels more supportive. Just make sure shoulders are back, chest is lifted. Good. Flex both feet. Press your left ankle down into your right thigh. That ankle can actually clear the thigh a little bit, so it's more like shin is pressing into thigh. Good, and if you need more, start to bend your bottom leg to lift your pose toward your chest. Good, keep flexing your feet. Keep pressing shin into right thigh. Good, I like to rock side to side, which is why I don't have my blanket underneath of me. You might have one and it might work well for you. You may also choose to just stay in stillness. Your body, your pose. Okay, if you're moving, pause in stillness. And again, powerfully press shin into thigh, so much that the core engages and you might even feel light on your hands. Good, pressing thigh into shin, thin shin back into thigh. Good. We're gonna keep this left leg hovering as we straighten right leg. See if you can keep left leg hovering and hold it there. Right hand comes to the front of your shin and give it a little push. Good, so we're not pulling the leg, we're actually pushing the front. Excellent, bend your bottom knee again, figure 4. Push your shin into your thigh. This is gonna light up the back of the hip capsule. Straighten your right leg, hover your left, and then push your left shin away as shin pushes into hand. One more time. Bend your knee, push into your thigh. Straighten your right leg, hover left. With your hand, push your left shin. Good, release both legs and shake them out. Shake out your wrists. And when you're ready, opposite side, leaning back, shoulders back, right ankle crosses left thigh. Good, you can clear that ankle bone across the thigh so it's not pressing bone. And then push shin into thigh. For more, bend your bottom leg. Feet are flexed. Maybe add a little movement, slow motion rocking side to side. Pause your movement at center and really actively press your shin into your thigh and press your thigh back into your shin so much that your chest lifts a little bit and you get lighter on your hands. Good. Hover your left leg or right leg as you straighten the left. Left hand to the front or really to the side of your shin and press it. Good. Twice more. Bending your knee, push into your thigh. Straighten bottom leg, hover the right, and then push into your right leg. Good. One more time at your pace. What we're doing here is activating the muscles around the hip capsule, so the hip joint, front and then back. Beautiful. When you're ready, just release, shake it out. Make sure your hips are about the center of your mat, legs are forward. And let's actually bend our knees, plant the feet as wide as your mat. Interlace your fingers and like you had a big cauldron in front of you, stir the pots. Also like you're tracing a big circle around both knees. Keep the heels glued to the earth if you can, and pause to switch directions. Good, pause your movement. Straighten your legs out in front of you and bring the legs together. Nice straight spine to start. Palms touch out in front of you. I like to cross my thumbs for a little more support. Take an inhale. Exhale, glue your heels down. They're gonna slide, but start to roll down tailbone, sacrum, lower spine, slow motion, thoracic spine, upper back, and finally your head, fall into the great stretch. Exhale, knees to chest. Good, giving yourself a nice hug and squeeze and rock side to side. Good, let's hug in that right knee and lengthen your left leg, foot to the earth or straight left leg, your choice. Flex both feet and bring your right knee to the side of your rib cage and then towards your armpit. Good, you can stay here or find a half happy baby. Right hand to the inside of your right knee, grab for outer ankle or perhaps outer foot and see if you can stack ankle over knee. Good, if your left leg is extended straight, Really reach through left heel as you draw your right knee in towards your armpit. 2 more breaths. And release your right foot or ankle from half happy baby and interlace your fingers behind right thigh. Let's just extend and bend that knee, a little hamstring stretch. Good. Adding to this, at the top as you extend, point your toes. And then bend your knee. And extend, flex your foot, toes towards your nose. Bend your knee. And keep switching, pointing toes at the top. And then flexing foot deeply at the top. And take 2 more rounds. Beautiful. Release your hands. Hop your hips to the right. You can again extend that left leg, and right knee crosses the body for a twist. Awareness to right side of rib cage. And bringing your breath to that space. Releasing your pose to come back to center. Both knees can bend, feet to the earth. And let's add a moving bridge pose. So feet to the earth, hands down next to your hips to start. Inhale to lift your hips and exhale to lower. Option to add your arms as you lift your hips. Reach your arms up and over. And exhale, lower. One more round of breath. And relax your hips down, knees side to side gently. And then left knee draws in. Give it a squeeze. Right leg can stay where it is or extend. Either way, flex both feet. And bring your left knee to the outside of your rib cage and then towards your armpit. Couple breaths here. Optional half happy baby when you're ready. If right leg has extended, reach right heel toward the front of your mat as you draw left knee down toward your armpit. Both hips are heavy and even to the earth. 2 more breaths. Interlacing fingers behind left thigh. Square your hips and straighten and bend your left leg. Slow motion. At the top, point your toes and then bend. And at the top, flex your foot, toes to nose, and bend. Alternating a few more times. And evening out your alternations. Pause your movement. Pop your hips to the left. And left knee crosses body for your twist. Good. Instead of an even inhale and exhale now, start to notice your count. And a longer count for your exhale. With as little effort as possible, lengthening your exhale. Returning to center. And then finding your relaxation. Legs extending, feet wide, arms relaxed. Head fully planted and rooting. Releasing all effort around breath, around counting. Noticing as you exhale that your body seems to spread like water. And spend the next few moments in rest. If you have the time, you're welcome to stay here another 5 or 7 minutes. Or start to create little movements and deeper breath. Taking the next 3 to 5 breaths to find a fetal position on your side. And as you rest on your side for a moment, I'll share a reading. We are like children building a sand castle. We embellish it with beautiful shells, bits of driftwood, and pieces of colored glass. The castle is ours. Yet despite all our attachment, we know that the tide will inevitably come in and sweep the sand castle away. The trick is to enjoy it fully, but without clinging, and when the time comes, let it dissolve back into the sea. Taking an even deeper breath. Exhaling to find your seat slowly. And allow your palms to touch and your chin to bow. Offering today to ourselves appreciation. Gratitude can seem very lofty. Appreciation can be small. Appreciating the sunrise, the breeze. I appreciate each and every one of you. Namaste.